Any chance that anybody else could possibly be the father of this child?
No.
Do you think you're the father of the baby?
I had rumors that she was cheating on me. She has been a compulsive liar.
I was told that he had put something in a cup of coffee of mine to cause me to miscarry.
Did you put anything in her cup of coffee?
He told me that he couldn't have kids.
That is not true.
Then why didn't he take a lie detector test over all this?
We're going to meet someone who can shed some more light on this. Destiny's sister, Heather.
My sister is not telling the truth.
I don't want to hear you.
Oh.
You are a bitch.
You willing to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
Yes.
You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector test. Results for Mark. Destiny's lie detector test. The DNA results for your baby is... Welcome to the show. My first guest is Destiny. Destiny, why are you here?
I need your help with two things. One, I need a paternity test done so that I can prove that my daughter's father is in fact her father. And two, I was told and confirmed that he had put something in a cup of coffee of mine to cause me to miscarry when I first found out I was pregnant, and I want to know what it was, why he did it.
Okay. You were involved with a man?
Yes.
And what's his name?
His name is Mark.
Okay. And you have a child with him?
Yes.
And how old is that child?
3 months old.
And this is?
Yes, that's my baby. That's Alyssa.
Okay, so you're dating Mark, right?
At the time, yes.
And how long were you dating for?
About a month and a half to 2 months.
Did you feel like, I kind of got pregnant a little fast here with this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, was it a serious relationship?
He made me believe so.
You meet this guy, seems nice. You get pregnant, you tell him, and what's his reaction to it?
I was lying. I'm not pregnant. It's somebody else's, and I had a friend of mine who was pregnant take the test for me.
Up until the point that he didn't know you were pregnant, how was the relationship?
We had split up shortly before I found out I was pregnant.
Why
For the most part, it was okay.
Why did you split up right before you told me you were pregnant?
We were just having a lot of issues.
And so you think that he put something in your coffee to make you miscarry?
Yes.
Tell the story about that.
Okay. When I first found out that I was pregnant, I had told him, and he, of course, denied it. And he called me about a half hour later and apologized and asked me to meet him for coffee so we could talk things out. He was there before me. And when I got there, my coffee was on the table. My coffee was made just the way I like it, and it was kind of cold. And I really didn't think much. I thought he was just being nice. And when I got home that night, I was sicker than a dog. And Mark called me out of the blue. How's Destiny feeling? Yeah, Destiny's feeling like crap.
So after this happened, did someone else tell you that he did this? Mark did this to you?
I was at work one day, and somebody had come up to the gas station and looked at me and said, I have a question. Are you still pregnant? I said, yeah. Why would you ask me something like that? She says, well, Mark had put something in your coffee to cause you to miscarry.
You say he's the father?
Yes.
Is there any chance that anybody else could possibly be the father of this child?
No, there is not.
So if he takes a DNA test and he is the father, what are you going to do?
I want child support. I want him to support me, to support her in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm basically working 2 jobs right now, and I hardly get to see her.
Let's bring Mark out. How you doing, Mark?
Good. How you doing, Steve?
So how can you deny her?
I'm
Look
not denying her. I'm not denying her, and I'm not confirming it. I'm not denying her. I
You
never
have been denying her from day one.
No, I have not.
You have. You have said, she's not mine, she's somebody else's. You wouldn't even look at pictures of her.
I also had confirmed rumors saying that you were still sleeping with every single night.
No.
And with other people.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, how would those people know that she was sleeping with anybody
Because
else?
one was her very best friend that she's talked to every single day.
Do you think you're the father of the baby?
Like I said, I cannot confirm or deny. I think I might be, but like I said, I want to find out 100% sure if I am or not.
Now, she tells this story about, she tells you she's pregnant, you want to meet for coffee, She walks in, there's a cup of coffee already made for her. Is that true?
Yes, I had made it for her because she had told me she'd be there in like 20 minutes. And so I had gotten there. She had actually told me, she's like, well, I'll be there in 5 minutes. So I'm like, all right, I'll order you a cup of coffee. And she got there, and then we ended up talking for a while. We went back. I ended up starting feeling very sick. I was laid up on my friend's couch, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm the only one. So I called her up, and I'm like, how are you feeling? Because I'm feeling like crap. And she's told me she wasn't feeling well.
Did he say that? That he was feeling bad too?
Actually, no. He just asked me how I was feeling, and he sounded like he was fine.
So I'm going to ask you straight out. Did you put anything in her cup of coffee?
No, I did not.
Nothing?
Nothing at all.
What if it turns out you take this DNA test? You've taken a DNA test,
Yes.
right, before the show?
That is correct.
What if it comes back and you are the father?
I'm going to do everything I can to be there for the child. We have more than everything, me and my girlfriend now. She has her own house, and we have all baby supplies, crib, playpen, everything.
So you plan on taking custody of the child?
Half custody or full custody, because what I'm trying to find out is she has 2 other children, and she doesn't even have custody of them. They're with court-appointed guardians.
We offered you to take a lie detector test. The producers have told me that you didn't want to take the lie detector test.
I haven't lied about anything here.
You are saying that you don't have your children because you don't have a driver's license?
Yes.
Can I see your license, ma'am? You were doing 55 and 45. There's your tickets. Now you can't have your kids for 3 years.
Not court-appointed guardians, my appointed guardians, and I have very good reason why I don't have them. They did not get taken away from me. When my husband left us, I was 3 months behind on rent, the gas and electric about to get shut off. I got kicked out of there, and I had moved into a friend of mine, who the only place that I could go, and it wasn't safe for us to be there, let alone my children. And so my mom had taken guardianship of my son, and my cousin took my daughter. I did what was best for them because I wanted to keep them safe.
Okay. And then at some point, you were able to get your own place.
Yes.
Did you take your children back in?
I'm still trying. I've been fighting with Tennessee for 3 years because I don't have my license right now because Tennessee has a hold on it.
Your license for what?
My driver's license. It's part of the stipulation for me to get my children back.
So
that is the only thing.
Wait a second. Hold on.
I don't drive.
Hold on. You are saying that you don't have your children because you don't have a driver's license?
Yes. That is part of the stipulation when I had the guardianship.
You don't have your child because you don't have your 2 children. And how old are your other 2 children?
6 and 3.
6 and 3. And you've been out without them for how long?
About 3 years now.
So your 3-year-old is what, a boy or a girl?
Little girl.
Your little girl basically hasn't lived her whole life without you. Because you're telling me you don't have a driver's license.
Yes, that is exactly what the
Did
problem
you bring this court order stipulation with you?
I have moved so many times. I don't know
I didn't
where
ask
it's
you
at.
that. Answer the question.
No, I don't
Did you
know where
bring
it's
this
at.
court-appointed stipulation with you?
No.
Why wouldn't you bring something like that?
I don't know where it's at.
How do you know it exists? You said you work 2 jobs, right? To support your child?
Pretty much, yes.
Do you pay any child support to those other 2
Yes.
children?
I
How
pay
much do you
child
pay?
support to my son, $62 a month for his medical.
And how about your daughter?
They don't want child support from me. That is the whole
They
reason.
don't want child support
That is
from
the whole
you.
reason
Why
why
don't they
took
want
them
it?
in, so that I could get on my feet.
You got on your feet and you had another baby. Why don't you have a driver's license?
Because I got caught driving up here shortly after I moved back from Tennessee. I was on bed rest. And
What
I was
did you
going
get
to
caught
the
driving
doctors.
for?
They got me at 55 and a 45 because I thought it was 55.
Oh, jeez.
There were no signs.
There was no signs.
Yes.
Okay, so you're
And
doing
I
55.
I did not have any insurance on me.
You didn't have any insurance.
Because my
And so
husband
the
was
police
not
officer
working.
came up. Well, let's reenact the scene, because I used to be a policeman. I know how it goes. Can I see your license, ma'am? You were doing 55 and a 45. Do you have insurance?
No.
No insurance.
Nope.
I'm going to have to write you a couple tickets. There's your tickets. Now you can't have your kids for 3 years. Happens all the time. I was stuffing kids in my squad car. Too many kids? Now that we got that out of the way, why don't you tell me the truth?
That is the truth.
You got your kids taken away for 3 years because you did a 55 and a 45.
They did not get taken away from me.
If I could get your driver's license tomorrow, you're telling me you'll get your kids back in, like, the next day?
Well, I have to file the termination of guardianship and wait for the court date, but yeah.
And why haven't you done this yet?
I don't have my license.
Oh,
they won't
jeez.
give them to me.
You know what? I just got to call BS. You know what? I've heard a lot of lunatic stories up on this stage, but this one's kind of way up there. Like crazy. We offered you to take a lie detector test, right?
Yes, that is correct.
About whether you put something in her coffee.
Yes, that is correct.
I'm kind of leaning that you didn't put anything in her coffee, but the producers have told me that you didn't want to take the lie detector test.
No, I didn't, because I knew she had lied about it, and that is why I just wanted to let her get caught up in her lies, because she's gotten caught up on her lies so many times before with me. And that's why it's like, you know, nobody's perfect. I have lied, and I admit to them.
What'd you lie about?
I haven't lied about anything here. I'm saying in my life I have lied.
We all have lied.
Yes, we all have lied. But like I said, I've also known from other people, they've told me about how she has been a compulsive liar about things.
Let me ask you something,
Yes.
Mark. Why would you be so careless with this woman to put yourself in a position that you would have a baby? Because it's possibly yours, right?
Yes, it is.
Why didn't you
possible.
take precautions not to have a child with the woman that you know for a month and a half?
I did not know. I was, you know, like I said, everyone makes mistakes, and I made
You know
a
what?
big
You know what?
mistake.
You know what? You choose to make that mistake.
Exactly.
If you could have happen today, you could be the father or not be the father. Which would you pick?
I'd be the father.
You would,
Yes.
knowing that you'll have to deal with her for the rest of your life.
Yes, I would, because it's not the child's fault.
Exactly. All right, before we deal with the DNA or the poison, we're going to meet someone who can shed some more light on this. I want you both to leave the stage, and I'm going to bring this person out. We're going to meet someone who can shed some more light on this. Destiny's sister, Heather.
The truth needs to be told.
I don't want to hear you. You are a bitch.
You want me to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
Yes.
You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector tests. This is Destiny's sister, Heather, and she wants to shed some light on the story. Let's bring her out. How you doing, Heather?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great. And why are you here?
I'm here because the truth needs to be told.
And what is the truth?
The truth is not what you've already heard.
By who?
Oh,
Who's not telling the truth here?
I've never met Mark. I don't know anything about him. But my sister's not. She's not telling the truth.
What is she lying about?
She doesn't have 2 jobs. She does have 1 job. She doesn't pay child support, not a dime. Not a dime yet.
So not even for her oldest child, which she said she was paying $62 a month.
That's what is ordered. She skipped court last Friday, and there's a warrant out for her arrest because she's never paid child support to my mother. My mother has custody of her son.
Does she see him?
Occasionally.
How often is occasionally?
A couple times a month, maybe.
A couple times a month?
She doesn't call him. She calls rarely.
Why doesn't she?
Out of sight, out of mind, I believe.
What about your niece? Who has her?
Not who she said has her. She said our cousin, but she farmed that one out outside of family. That is what hurts.
She farmed your niece out.
I had that baby for almost 6 months, Steve. And my sister and I had an argument over the guardianship. I applied for guardianship. I filed a motion. We went to court. And she was all on board. We talked about this. We were all on the same page. And then she decided she didn't want me to have guardianship. If she gave me guardianship, she wouldn't get her WIC or her food stamps or anything else. That is what I believe, honestly, is her reason for denying me guardianship.
You called the show when you found out your sister was coming on, right?
Yes.
And why is it so important for you to be here?
Because I want her to do what's best for her kids. That's what a mom does.
Do you have a good relationship with your sister?
We've never had a real good relationship. We're different people.
Different how?
I'm a mom. I am my son's mom. All 4 of my sons. I am their mother. That's what defines me. When you have a child, you are that child's mother. That's it.
And you said she maybe a couple times a month sees her son. How often does she sees her daughter?
When the guardians of her daughter bring that girl over to my mother's house, my sister makes the effort to go to their house.
How often is that?
Well, I don't think she's seen her since October, Steve. And you know what? This show called my sister and said, can you make it to 2.5 hours away to get a DNA test done today? She found someone to take her down there. But she can't find a ride a half an hour away to go see her daughter. Why?
Good question.
And she missed court. My mom had to show up to court on Friday, and my sister didn't show up. And then my sister called my mom and blamed her for not waking her up for court, for not picking her up for court. Court's 3 blocks from my sister's house, not city blocks, mind you. It's not far.
Okay, let's bring Destiny back out.
First off, I did not blame Mom for not waking me up. I took the blame for that. I asked
You
Mom
have
why.
a court date and you completely forgot about it?
I had asked my mom why she didn't call me when she was sitting up there. And
How old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
And you have 3 children, and mommy's got to call you to wake you up?
Not usually, no.
Not usually, only on court-appointed
No, I
dates.
completely forgot about it.
Your sister comes out and says, you're not helping your mom out, you don't see your children. Why?
I call my son at least 3 or 4 times a week. I talk to him.
She says you don't call at all.
Yes, I do. Are you at Mom's house all the time? No, you're not.
Are you?
Me?
No, you're not either.
I try to get out there when I can. My tags
What?
are expired now, so I won't drive that far.
Oh, there we go. No license, license plates, the tags are expired. Tags are expired.
Yes.
I love it.
I can't get them renewed.
Oh my God. You know, it's incredible to me. These are your children we're talking about. You willing to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector test. Results for Mark. Destiny's lie detector test. The DNA results for your baby is... Do you send any money to your mom to take care of your son?
Right now, I really can't afford it. I'm supposed to be paying child support. Yes.
But you said you were paying child support.
I'm
You said your
ordered to
son-
pay child support. I have to pay $100 by the
ordered.
end of the month.
You're
Yes.
ordered to pay it,
Yes.
but you haven't been
And I
paying
have
it.
to pay it by the end of the month.
But you haven't been paying it.
No. It was supposed to be taken out of my check. I have filled out the paperwork to have it taken out of my check.
Why didn't you just send a check?
Because my money that I have goes to my rent. That's my whole check. Both
If
my
you
paychecks.
can't afford your 2 children, why are you bringing any more children into the world?
It wasn't planned.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
I said it wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned?
No.
Well, how did it happen?
He told me that he couldn't have kids.
Okay. And you said, okay.
I told him I still wanted to be safe, and
So you just trusted him and said, no, we don't need to use anything, because you said you don't have to have kids, right?
he said he can't have kids.
Well, let's bring him out and let's ask Mark if he told you that.
Of course he's going to say no.
Mark, she said that you told her that you can't have children.
That is not true.
So
That is a lie.
what would be the point of him telling you that?
Yeah.
What would be the point?
I don't know. He told me over coffee.
Over
One day
coffee.
when we first started dating, yes.
Keeps going back to the coffee.
Did he slip anything in your coffee that time? No, I'm serious.
But Destiny, it's your body.
You know what? I don't want to hear you.
Oh.
You are a bitch.
Oh.
But I was good enough to keep your kid for 6 months. Destiny, I tried to help you. I have tried.
You know what? I am doing my damnedest.
You're
I am
not.
doing. Yes, I am.
But you missed
I have been fighting with Tennessee for 3 years. Are you at my house when I call them? Are you there when I talk to them?
You need to go
No.
there.
Yes, I'm going to. As soon as I get my taxes in, I'm going down there to get the insurance, to get it taken care of.
But it won't be able to be taken care of if you keep digging the hole deeper on the
How
other
am I
side.
digging the hole?
By driving without a license, driving on expired tags, driving someone else's car.
I haven't been driving
Having
anybody else's
children
car.
that you can't take
That
care of,
car
sleeping with men that
isn't
lie
in
to
your
you.
name.
Allegedly. First of all, please tell me you didn't tell her you couldn't have kids. I don't
no.
believe that. I don't see what the point of it would be.
Then why didn't he take a lie detector test over all this? That is I will take one. Yes, I will.
Oh,
I have no
jeez.
problem because I am not lying at all.
Well, you want to know what? If this is my child, I'm going to be fighting to get him out of there because right now you have someone who, you have a warrant for your arrest, and I ain't
not
having it.
Have a warrant for my arrest, and like care, right? Because you haven't
No, because
cared
I'm
for
gonna get
3
it
months, right?
You
Who-
said that he couldn't be a part of the child's life.
I
Yeah.
didn't say he couldn't.
You did too. You said you wanted
I
me
didn't.
no part of
I said
the child's life.
if you're not going to
Listen,
be
hold on.
there.
Who
No,
are you?
You said
Who,
that he.
who are you?
I'm his girlfriend,
Okay.
and I've been talking to her this whole time when she was pregnant before she even had this child.
And what was being
She
said?
had my number the whole time. She could have got a hold of me or Mark the whole time. She never once asked for anything. I've asked you, do you need anything?
Is it your
Do you-
responsibility?
I asked you.
Did I
if
have
you
your
ever
kid?
Need clothes,
No, I
anything
didn't.
for this baby until we can find out if it's his or not. Because I am with him with this baby. I own my own house. We are
And
in
you're a
love
drunk.
with each other, and he wants to go for full custody. He
I'm
wants
sorry,
this baby
what
to
did you
be
say she
his.
is?
Her, who's friends with
No,
her,
I'm
is
asking
going out
about
with
her.
my best
Her.
friend.
What did you say about her?
Yeah.
What?
She drinks from 9 o'clock in the morning. Her had told me that.
I have my 2 children. I have a 9 and a 12-year-old, and guess what? Unlike you, they're in my custody.
This just gets nuttier and nuttier. You telling the truth about everything you said up here?
I swear to God, yes.
You swear to God.
Yes.
And you're telling the truth about everything
Yes,
you
that
said?
is.
Really?
Yes.
I believe everything you said. I think you get it as a mother. And I'm glad to see that there's actually people that come on my stage and they actually get about what it is to be a parent, to be caring, to be concerned. I want to thank you for coming on the show. You can do it. Thank you. So, you say put something in your coffee. You say he said that he told you you can't have kids, right?
Yes.
So, my question is you willing to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
And we can ask you all these questions.
Yes.
And for you, you want to defend yourself. She's willing to take a lie detector test. I want to ask you on a lie detector, did you tell her that you can't have kids? Did you put something in her coffee? Are you willing to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
Okay. You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector tests. So before we give you those DNA results, I want lie detector results. So first thing in the morning, and we're going to have somebody drive you, you're going to go and take lie detector results, bring you back on the show, read the results, and then we're going to find out if you're the father or not. You guys agree to this?
Yes.
Let's go. Results for Mark. Destiny's lie detector test. The DNA results for your baby is all right, it's the next day. We're back in the studio and we're with a different audience. We sent Destiny and Mark for lie detector tests this morning. We're going to read those results. Let's bring Mark and Destiny back out. You took the lie detector test. How do you feel about?
I feel confident. I know I'm not lying.
All right, well, let's get to those lie detector test results. All right, so you both took a lie detector test this morning. We're going to start with Mark's result. And yesterday, I said, in my heart, I believed you were not telling the truth, and I told you that I believed you were telling the truth. Results for Mark. Did you put the morning after pill in Destiny's cup of coffee? You answered no. He told the truth on that. He was asked, did you ever tell Destiny that you cannot have any kids? He answered no. Did you put anything in Destiny's cup of coffee that would cause her to have a miscarriage? And he answered no. And the results of those two questions are, you didn't tell the truth.
Told you were lying.
The only thing I put in their coffee was cream and sugar. And I told the guy that's at the results place, because I told him I had made the cup of coffee for her. And
we know you made the cup of coffee for her because
Yes.
you told us that.
Yes.
But how can you fail? Did you put anything in her coffee that would cause her to miscarriage?
And I did not.
How about that you told her that you could not have any children?
And like I told the person, she claims that I told her that I could not have children when we first started dating so that we could sleep together.
Well, did you ever tell her that you couldn't
I
have
told
children?
her one day when we were dating a while ago that I did have a doctor tell me that I had a low count and that it's possible that I could
How
not.
come you didn't mention it yesterday on the show?
Because I really didn't get a chance to. She said that the reason...
You didn't get a chance to?
She said that the reason why that's why
How
we
come you
started
didn't mention
sleeping
it yesterday before
I
we
did
gave you
not
the lie
say that.
detector test?
Did not remember
Because
to mention
she
it.
was telling the truth. Because at some point you told her you can't have kids. So it turns out you're a liar. You did something. You probably did put something in her coffee and she felt ill. And you did call out of the blue asking her, oh, do you feel okay?
I was also
And you lied to her
feeling ill.
about that you couldn't have kids.
I was also feeling ill that same day.
You were
as
feeling
well.
ill. Probably a little guilty conscience there, huh?
No. And I did make the mistake.
You did that mistake.
Yes, I did.
So maybe you made a mistake of putting something in her
No,
coffee
I
too,
didn't.
huh? Because
No.
you really didn't want to have a kid.
No, I've been wanting to have a kid since I was 19. And like I said, you know, I want to take full responsibility
Well, why don't you have
for
a
this
child
baby.
with your girlfriend that was in the audience yesterday?
Because she's unable to.
You want a child so bad,
Yes.
but you're with a woman that can't have children.
That's because she has 2 kids and I consider them my own.
And how long you been with her?
I've known her for a while and I've been living with her for the past 4 months.
For the past 4 months, and you consider those children yours already?
Yes.
And with her a month and a half, and you're taking no precautions, and you end up getting her pregnant.
Yes, and that was my...
Do you have any timeline where you think you should get to know somebody or
Exactly.
feel that you are a true father?
Yes, I believe
What
I
is
should.
that timeline for you?
My timeline is that I should take as much time. I've made mistakes
Like you
in
did
my
with her a
past.
month and a half?
No. I've made my mistakes like everyone else
Like
has.
putting something in her coffee?
No.
And then lying about it?
No.
Lying about telling her you couldn't have kids, and come out here, oh, I never said that.
No.
So you come out here, you see, ooh, I didn't know Steve was going to give me a lie detector test. I can say whatever I want.
No.
Yeah.
That's not the key.
You didn't know that you were going to end up taking a lie detector test,
Why you
right?
wouldn't take one yesterday?
Yeah.
No. The reason why I wouldn't take one is because I knew you'd be caught up in your lies.
No, but you got caught up in your
And that's
lies.
fine.
Now knowing, and you want to still lie about what you put in her coffee, but just think what you could have done to that little baby. And what if you're the father? We didn't even get to the DNA results. What if we get to those results and you are actually the father and you did something to hurt your own baby?
And like I said, I did not do that because sins
Because
of the parents
why?
are not sins of the child. They do not need that.
What has that got to do with you putting
Well,
anything in her
because I would not
coffee?
try to kill my own child.
Really?
No, I would not. I would not.
What was the point of telling her you can't have kids when you wanted kids?
Because I seriously do want kids. But like I said, I was told by the
So
doctor.
again, tell me the logic telling her you can't have kids?
I had mentioned it to her because she said she was wanting to get pregnant again.
Oh, no.
Okay,
she said
if
that.
she wanted to get pregnant again and you wanted to have kids, why would you tell her you can't have kids?
Because I was telling her because she had actually taken paternity test in front of me.
Answer the question. The question is, she tells you, according to you, she wants another baby. You just sit up here and said, since I was 19 years old, I wanted a baby.
Yes.
Well, then why would you tell her, lie to her and say, I can't have a kid?
Because, like I said, she had taken the test, and she kept saying, I'll
I
prove
don't
you
understand
wrong.
how that makes any sense at all.
Because she kept saying, I'll prove you wrong, I'll prove you wrong, that you can have a kid.
So she proved you wrong. DNA results for your baby is your girlfriend's been watching, and she knows now you've been lying about some things. Let's bring her out and hear what she has to say. Here's Jennifer.
Okay.
Thanks for coming back on the show. Do you have anything you want to say to Mark?
Did you put something in her coffee or not?
No, I did not. I swear to God on that.
You swear to God. I swear to God.
I did not put anything in her coffee.
I love when people say, I swear to God. Like that means anything. Yesterday, you lied on stage. You lied. Does that not disturb you as a mother that you have 2 children in your house and you have a guy that's standing on the stage and he lied? He passed a lie detector test about putting something in her coffee that could possibly harm a pregnant woman. Does that give you any concern at all?
Yes.
And how much concern does it give you?
I would like another test, a little.
Another test.
I don't know, something. I
How
mean,
many would you like?
How accurate is this?
Pretty damn accurate.
Pretty damn accurate. You did that? No. Then how could you file a lie
Because
detector test?
he was asked, did you put the morning after pill? Specifically, did you put the morning after pill? He answered no. He passed. Did you tell Dustin you can't have kids? No. Well, we know what he said on the show. He said on the show, I never told her that. Well, he lied about it. And he lied about, did you put anything in Destiny's cup that will cause her to have a miscarriage? I don't know if anybody would think, oh, I'm putting cream, sugar. That's going to cause lose a baby.
Right.
Okay? He failed on that part, okay?
Yeah.
Those 2 questions. So you're asking me, how many tests does he need to take?
He's told me himself that he has a low sperm count, whatever. I don't care because I can't have any more children, so it doesn't affect me. But he has told me that same thing.
What if he did put something in her coffee and that would harm her baby? Would you stay with him?
I don't know.
You'd stay with the man that would try to harm a pregnant woman. You'd stay with that guy.
I know he didn't love her.
Wow.
I mean, I just. No,
so then
not
you
a
can
baby,
try to
no.
kill. You can try to kill an
No.
unborn child as long as you don't love the woman.
No. No, I don't know if I
You know
would.
what? I'm done with you. Get off my stage.
No.
I don't waste my time. Here's a woman that I'm astounded that she'd stay with a man that would harm an unborn child. Yeah, maybe, yeah. And she has 2 kids walking around. But then I got to ask you, that's a woman that you'd stay with? That's her judgment? And that's a woman you love after 4 months and you want to be with her? She comes out and says she'd stay with the man that would harm an unborn child? Yeah, I'd stay with him. That's the woman you're picking?
Like I said, if I was planning
Just answer
on
the
harm-
question.
Yes, I would stay with her.
You're a dope, too. Destiny's lie detector test. Did Mark tell you that he could not have any kids? Well, we know the answer to that one. Did you fabricate the story that Mark put something in your coffee? You answered no. Did someone tell you that Mark put something in your coffee to cause you to have a miscarriage? You answered yes. And what the twist is, I thought she was lying and she was telling the truth about everything. Here's the big question. Was she telling the truth about you being the father to her child? Or was she this promiscuous, wild thing that you said she was? Do you want Mark to be the father?
No, not really.
Do you think he's the father?
Yeah.
And what do you think?
I think I am.
Yesterday, you didn't think you were.
I said I can neither confirm or deny it until I know 100% sure.
Because you were
But
on
I
a
do-
secret, highly classified military mission with her, right?
No.
I can either confirm or deny.
And you asked me yesterday if I would want to be the father or not be the father, and I would want to be the father.
Because you said that, you know, you want to take her away from her.
I would go for half custody. I just want a part of my child's life if she is my child.
If
I
she
want to
isn't
be
child.
there and do the right thing and be in her life. I don't want to be someone who's not ever there.
And just be a liar.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why are you crying?
Because he tried to kill my baby. And nobody would believe me yesterday.
You're right. You're right. I didn't
That
believe.
is my life. And he tried to kill her.
Do you have anything at all you want to say to her before we find out the results?
No.
No?
No.
Nothing? Nothing?
Nothing.
Not, I'm sorry.
Even if he did apologize, it would do no justice.
Do you want to say anything to him?
You tried to kill my baby.
No.
And now you want custody? Guess what? You've got another thing coming.
I really don't know how I feel about this, but the DNA results for your baby is Mark is the father.
Oh, once again, I'm not lying. And I'm not a slut that you say that I am.
I never said. I said
No, you
I've
did.
heard
You did
stuff
say she
about
was.
that.
Yeah, you did say that.
And you can't tell me when you were, you know, yes, I am the father, which I said I would neither confirm or deny that until I found out. But like I said, I'm going to be a part of my daughter's life. I'm not going to be sitting
You
around
will
on
have
sidelines.
supervised visitation. Guaranteed. Because I don't
And
trust
so will you when you don't even have custody of your two kids.
You know what? I'm getting them back. I will get them back within the next
Isn't
couple
it
of months.
wonderful, all the love that we bring a child into the world?
Yes.
We're a child of joy, and we're yelling at each other, and we're plotting and accusing. It's such a wonderful environment that you brought a child into the world. Maybe in the future, as you go forward, maybe you take your time, really get to know somebody, really commit to somebody and say, with you, who I love, that I plan on standing by, that I will never speak ill of you, I will have a child with you. Feel proud of yourself?
No.
Okay. Since you've been on the show, all you've done is lie. You've tried to make her out to be, you know, some bad person, which you do have your faults.
I'm not perfect.
You're not perfect, but you also, nobody's perfect, but you have some crazy ways of explaining things. You do. And you need to work on getting your other two kids back. And the big thing you say is holding up you from getting your children back is getting a license. I am personally going to get involved with you to get your driver's license back so you have no more excuses. So, you came on the show. You wanted to know if Mark was the father. You got it. You know Mark is the father. And now you know you're dealing with a guy that's, in my eyes, he's useless. He'll lie and make himself look good in any way. He goes from women to women. I wonder how long you're going to last with Jennifer. I want to know why you want to stay with Jennifer. And I want to know why Jennifer would stay with you. You get off my stage. You need to let the courts or get a lawyer find out what his role is going to be in your life or what you want him to be in your life.
His parents have lawyers that they said that
You know what?
can
I
use.
don't care. I don't care what he has, what he doesn't have. It's your thing. You need to go establish whatever legal rights he's going to have because he is the father. But for you, you need help. You do need some professional counseling, and you need help getting your driver's license. Do you want that help?
Yes.
Let's go.
I was disappointed that he lied to me because at first I was very upset when I first found out about it, and I come to believe that he was being honest with me by telling me he never did it. He never slipped her anything in the coffee. And now to come find out, you know, he failed the lie detector on this. I mean, it's got to be true. And I mean, why did he lie to me? I would like to return home without him for right now. Destiny, well, for the most part, you know, Destiny, I think her and I have had a decent relationship, you know, for what the circumstances were. Some of the stuff I think doesn't add up that she says. And some of the stuff she said on the show, I don't think that adds up either. And as far as I'm concerned, I have no problem with Destiny. I wouldn't mind returning back with her.